that went out to the landfill, and they were able to look up where the cart was supposed to be registered to.
This Wednesday morning on KOMU 8 News Today, Columbia Solid Waste assists in an arrest in connection to a discovery of human remains over the weekend at Perchie Creek. The department using trash can codes to reveal a suspect.
And we're mostly cloudy this morning, and we're mostly cloudy today. Temperatures only climbing into the 60s, but don't worry, we warm up just in time for the holiday weekend.
We've got to go now because our crisis is right now.
Local law enforcement asked for another new sales tax, this time to fund a new jail. We'll bring you that and more this morning on KOMU 8 News Today.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News Today starts now.
It's Wednesday. Good morning. I'm Marvis. Thank you so much for joining us on KOMU 8 News Today. A lot to get to this morning, but we want to start with that update from Boone County investigators. Prosecutors filed charges related to the human remains found inside one of those city rolling trash bins. It was floating along Perchie Creek on Sunday. KOMU 8 reporter Elizabeth Dorman has been tracking this. She has the new information we've gathered since yesterday. Can you tell us more about the man arrested, Elizabeth?
Good morning, Marvis. Andrew Acton is accused of abandonment of a corpse and tampering with physical evidence in felony prosecution. Both charges are connected to the death investigation sparked at Perchie Creek Sunday. And another new detail, the Boone County Sheriff's Department confirms it was a female woman's corpse found in the bin. Police and court documents say a flock camera captured a truck entering the Eagles Bluff Conservation Area with a City of Columbia roll cart in the bed of the truck on May 11th. Police stopped Acton at the Phillips 66 gas station on North Stadium Boulevard after deputies matched Acton and his vehicle to the surveillance images. Officers were able to find more information about the suspect and further investigate using the registration information on the bins. KOMU spoke with the City of Columbia's Solid Waste Department spokesperson, Jason West.
They all have a city logo on there, and they all have a barcode and a number that is registered for the address that they're at.
The new documents we got this week show Acton told police he didn't remember anything about the day he carried the bin in his truck bed, but he also never denied dumping the trash bin. Acton is now being held in the Boone County Jail without bond. In the studio, Elizabeth Dorman, KOMU 8 News.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Police arrested a Columbia man for reportedly leaving his roommate's body in an apartment for weeks. Prosecutors charged 29-year-old Ira Baldwin with one count of abandonment of a corpse. Police found that corpse after conducting a welfare check on the roommate in late March. Police told us that the roommate was deceased in the room from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Baldwin told police he had not seen his roommate for about 2 months since January and was afraid to go in his room and see his roommate dead. Well, continuing coverage on the Missouri man on the run for days. Police called him armed and dangerous. 42-year-old Zachary Walker reportedly got away after firing at 2 local policemen. We are hearing from a woman who woke up to bullets whizzing through her house at 2 a.m. in Caruthersville. Officials there say that was from the shooting between Zachary Walker and the Caruthersville Police Department. Luckily, no one inside suffered injuries, but her home shows the damage.
This is the first bullet that came in from the west side of the house about 2 o'clock Sunday morning. And that bullet went here, our French door here. And then behind the door, the bullet went there, coming out in the hallway here, exiting here, causing glass, sheetrock, whatever you call it, everywhere.
Just absolutely horrifying to see the damage and just to imagine being asleep at 2 a.m. and waking up to all of that. Walker is now facing several charges connected to the shooting, including 2 counts of assaulting an officer. As of now, Walker is considered armed and dangerous. Authorities say if you do see him, do not approach him. Instead, you should call 911 immediately, and you can find his photo and more details right now on KOMU.com. Well, a Missouri State Highway Patrol officer is facing multiple charges connected to a towing corruption scheme. Prosecutors charged Charles Bradley with 10 counts of tampering with evidence and 1 count of stealing and several other charges. A grand jury indicted Bradley Monday. He allegedly helped towing companies profit by improperly storing stolen vehicles and allowing towing companies to charge the owners excessive fees. Bradley also reportedly accepted gifts from some of those tow companies. Meantime, the Boone County Sheriff says the jail is overcrowding. His office is advocating for a 3/8 cent sales tax increase. They want to fund a new Boone County jail. This proposal comes at the same time Columbia voters will decide on a separate 1% sales tax increase for the city's police and fire departments. Some people say they're concerned about the potential for multiple sales tax increases, but Sheriff Dwayne Carey says the county tax would fund the new jail, but ultimately save you money by not having to pay to house detainees in jails in other counties.
We've hit the tipping point. I mean, the cost is, we're projecting we're going to be over $4 million that we're spending out of county.
Boone County Commissioners plan to vote next week on whether to put the tax increase proposal on the August ballot.
Mostly cloudy skies out there for you this morning, and mostly cloudy skies will continue today. We're just seeing one lingering shower exiting Owensville, and that's likely about it for us today. It's 52 in Columbia, 54 at the Capitol, 49 in Moberly, 50 in Versailles, and 51 in Tipton. Winds are out of the north, 10 to 15 miles an hour. This continues as we go through the day today. So I would grab that medium cup of hot coffee. It's a little chilly out there this morning, and your jackets. 50-50 if you want to grab sunglasses or not. Some of us will see some sunshine today, but the majority of us will not. And you can leave the rain gear at home, different from what we've had the last couple of mornings. We're dry today, just cloudy and cool. Temperatures only climbing to about 66. That's about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. Thankfully, we are warming up as we head into the weekend, just in time for Memorial Day. I'll have more on that coming up. 6:08 that time now. There's that live look over I-70 near Highway 63. Traffic there flowing with ease this morning. No major delays or issues on the roads. Marvis.
All right, thank you, Beth. Well, a Cole County emergency homeless shelter may be expanding soon, adding dozens of overnight beds to families facing hard times. The Jefferson City Room at the Inn could move to the building on Adams Street. It would expand its capacity and add more resources. The organization that owns Room at the Inn says the new building must be zoned properly first. If the city approves the resource center, the next step is to renovate it. The new center would have 30 overnight beds.
In the resource center, we will have showers, bathrooms, place to hang out, snacks and drinks, place to get out of the weather, and just a respite location.
Now, if Room at the Inn expands, it would still keep its 20 current beds at its location at First Baptist Church. The goal is to be open in the new space by winter of 2027. It's 6:09 on your Wednesday morning, and come look at your screens. Look at this road in the Lake of the Ozarks. You may have seen it. We'll tell you what led to the road collapse and the solutions trying to get around it. But first, we're going to take you outside. Here's a live look on your Wednesday morning over downtown Columbia. KOMU 8 News today. We'll be right back. 6:12 if you're headed out the door, but before you do, check this out. A landslide near Lake of the Ozarks has destroyed a road. If you don't believe me, just look. Oh, not up there anymore. It took out an entire lane. There it is on Ozark Isle Drive. The Camden County Road and Bridge Department says on Facebook the slide is actually getting worse. So the department recommends you should maybe use Summit Ridge Drive as a detour for now. It hopes a more permanent detour route can be established until the road is fixed. Well, high gas prices are impacting a popular sport in the Ozarks, dirt track racing. Higher gas and diesel prices, they're hitting local racers hard. Some families say it's forcing teams to cut back on how often they can compete in the sport. They say higher fuel costs and the price of maintaining those cars can mean fewer race weekends for some of those drivers. Because for so many drivers, it's not just the fuel for the carts that we see going around the track. It's also those trucks, the trailers, maybe people coming along with them, and the drive to get there.
I would say the trucks both probably get around 10 miles to the gallon. So one of them is diesel and one of them is gas. It's just, it eats at you.
That puts things in perspective, and the Jacksons you just heard from say they are hoping when prices go down, they can get to traveling farther, maybe even across state lines to race.
KOMU 8 First Alert Weather.
6:14 is that time now. We're mostly cloudy right now. We do have one light shower. This is closer to Owensville, but you can even see that is falling apart very quickly. We don't necessarily need the rain either. We've picked up heavy and significant rainfall over the last couple of days. Mizzou's campus picking up over 3 inches. Jefferson City picking up close to 3 inches. Almost 4.5 in Versailles, 6.5 in Stover. And we are drying out, thankfully, for the day today. It's mostly cloudy out there. We've got temperatures sitting in the 50s, too. It's just a little chilly. It's 52 in Columbia, 54 at the Capitol, 40s in Brunswick, Moberly, and Macon, and 51 in Eldon. We are running 5 to 15 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday. So if you needed the jackets yesterday, you probably need one again this morning. Winds are out of the north, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that continues for the day today. We're mostly cloudy out there. Again, maybe a brief light shower this morning, again closer to Owensville, but the majority of us, we are dry this morning and we stay dry today. We are behind that cold front that came through yesterday, so we are going to be on the chillier side. We're only climbing to about 66 as we go through the afternoon, which is about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. We've got mostly cloudy skies this morning. Precipcast will show you cloudy skies through lunch. That will continue as we go through the afternoon. Maybe a few peaks of sunshine, but overall, I think we are looking at a cloudy day, and then the clouds move right back into the overnight hours. As we go through the day tomorrow, I think we're still looking mostly cloudy. Temperatures climbing only to about 70, so still below average for this time of year. 60s and 70s again on Friday. Finally back up to seasonal by Saturday, and then it looks like 80s for Sunday and Monday. We are tracking, though, our next rain chances Thursday night into Friday, and then maybe a few isolated showers for Saturday into Sunday. Most of Thursday is dry. We're mostly cloudy. We'll start to see some of these showers closer to sunset along Highway 65, and then those will move in as we go through the overnight hours and continue on and off for the day on Friday. I don't think Friday necessarily is a washout day, but I would more than likely have those plans indoors on Friday. You can go back outside by the time we head into Saturday with highs in the 70s. We're drier. Again, a few isolated showers Saturday into Sunday, high of about 80, and then it looks like 83 for Memorial Day. We're not breaking any records, though, this Memorial Day. Our record high was 99 back in 1934. 40 was that record low back in the 40s, and then that record rainfall 2.5 inches back in the 60s. Again, we're not breaking any of those records. 66 today, below average temperatures and mostly cloudy. 51 overnight tonight, mostly cloudy on the chillier side. 70 for the day on Thursday, 69 for the day on Friday. We'll be tracking those isolated shower chances. 70s and 80s return just in time for the holiday weekend.
We'll say good morning to Sissy and Maggie. We're showing off your pets for our dog walking forecast, and you can scan the QR code on your screen or go to KOMU.com/dogwalk. As Beth mentioned, it'll be maybe a little brisk out there today, so you may want a jacket or, as I said earlier, a dog jog to get that blood flowing. Now on KOMU.com/dogwalk, you can also see all of our growing list of mid-Missouri furry friends. Turning now to national primary news. More news out of Columbia. The farmers market is set to launch its Wednesday schedule next week. This is in addition to its current Saturday schedule. Here's a look at what that schedule will look like. The Wednesday schedule would officially start on May 27th. It runs from 4 to 7 in the afternoon and runs through August 26th. The Columbia Farmers Market Executive Director says many of the vendors will be exclusive to the Wednesday market. And I'm so glad to hear about more and more about the market. Our news director told me about the Saturday one, and I got over there. I have not gotten a biscuit yet. The line was too long.
It's very long, yeah.
Hunger was too big. But it was really cool. You said you've been on Wednesday. I got to check it out.
Yeah, and they give you a punch card.
Okay.
So if you get so many punches, if you go so many Wednesdays, then they enter you in for a raffle.
Okay. I love
just
that.
saying. I love the Wednesday market. I love the Wednesday vendors. I love the Columbia Farmers Market.
I got to check out the Wednesday vendors. Saturday, I got some spicy pickles and everything else, some gooey butter cake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if y'all see me just rising, and it just means I've been getting through mid-Missouri throughout the months.
Love the farmers market.
We want to take you out live to look outside at the conditions right now. This is Columbia Regional Airport. We told you yesterday a new flight coming there to Florida in November. KOMU 8 News today. We'll be right back.
First Alert Weather.
Mostly cloudy skies out there for you this morning. We did have one light shower over Owensville. That fell apart very quickly. We are dry out there and we stay dry today. Leave the rain gear at home. It's 52 in Columbia, 54 at the Capitol, 49 in Moberly, 45 in Macon, 51 in Eldon. Winds are out of the north, 10 to 15 miles an hour. And that continues for the day today. It's fine at the bus stop. It's mostly cloudy. We're in the 50s. You'll need to grab a jacket as you head out the door. Also, not many morning bus stops left for the kids as school wraps up this week. If you're heading out to walk the dog, temperatures are in the 50s. You're going to want to grab that jacket, but I think it's fine. Just watch out for some mud and some soggy ground out there from the heavy rain that we've had over the last few days. Temperature-wise, we're going to climb into the 60s. That's about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. We are tracking additional rain chances by the time we head into Thursday and Friday. More on that coming up.
New this morning, my bad. It's okay. We had a mix of Beth and I both confused there. But new this morning, China is planning to purchase 200 Boeing aircrafts and join forces with the U.S. in an attempt to lessen those tariffs. This deal, which would bring an end to a nearly decades-long virtual sales freeze between Boeing and China, was announced by the Chinese Commerce Ministry. Officials also say the U.S. and China are working to extend a trade truce that's currently scheduled to expire in November. This all comes shortly after President Donald Trump took part in a two-day summit with the Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. A $5 million class action lawsuit has been filed against Disney over facial recognition software. The lawsuit claims Disney's theme parks in California collect facial recognition data from adults and from children without clear disclosure or consent. Disney started using the technology in April, verifying tickets. It compares the photo with images taken when people first use their tickets or their annual passes. There are separate entrances for visitors who do not want to opt into that facial recognition technology, but the lawsuit claims it doesn't amount to meaningful notice. Google wants to keep its edge in the internet space. It once completely dominated the search bar. The company unveiled new AI-powered features for its search engine. It comes as chatbots and OpenAI and Anthropic are all eroding its share of the category. Users will now be able to create agents in a Google search that can, for example, keep users aware of new announcements from maybe their favorite bands or their favorite morning news show. KOMU 8 News Today, we never know. Google is planning to spend up to $190 billion this year on AI. It is 6:31 this morning, and an annual report says few sunscreens on the store shelves are both safe and effective. You'll want to take note of this. The Environmental Working Group's annual report analyzed nearly 3,000 products and found about 20% deliver safe and effective protection. That's just 20%. The EWG does not recommend sprays or powders due to inhalation risks. A spokesperson for the Personal Care Products Council says questioning the effectiveness of sunscreen products undermines decades of evidence-based research, and it could discourage sunscreen use. This morning, the CDC is warning the public about a surge in tick bites across the U.S. The CDC says emergency room visits from tick bites have reached a new high because of the warmer temperatures. Health experts say infected ticks can cause Lyme disease. And so the agency says each year about 470,000 people are treated for Lyme disease. About 90% of U.S. cases have been reported in some 14 states. It's 6:32, almost 6:33 on your Wednesday morning. You're looking live over Columbia. Still ahead, we have the latest after police arrested a man in connection to human remains found along Perchie Creek. You'll want to hear the latest. We'll be right back.
First Alert Weather.
Mostly cloudy skies out there for you this morning, and mostly cloudy skies will continue through the day today. Good news is any lingering showers now are off to our east. It's 52 in Columbia, 54 at the Capitol, 51 in Eldon, 49 in Moberly, and 51 in Boonville. I would grab the light jackets out the door. I would leave the rain gear at home. You can grab your sunglasses if you want, but I think a lot of us will stay cloudy today. Temperatures are only climbing to about 66. That's about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. Tomorrow we're close to 70. We do that again on Friday, but Friday we will see those showers. So I don't think it's going to be a good day to go out on the lake. You can make up for it though by Saturday. Highs very seasonal in the 70s, maybe some isolated showers late Saturday into early Sunday, but still going to be a great day to go on the lake Sunday too with highs in the 80s. We'll do that again on Memorial Day. Then I think 80s continue as we head into next week. There's that live look over Highway 63. Traffic there flowing with ease this morning. No major delays or issues on the roads. Marvis.
All right, from traffic, but let's talk about Missouri baseball. The Tigers entering Tuesday's opening round of the SEC tournament on a 4-game skid, hoping to play spoiler as the 16th seed facing the Rebels from Ole Miss. And I can just hear Beth excited. There was no shortage of offense on either side of this game, though. The Tigers and Rebels combined for 23 hits and 18 runs. 4 RBIs from a 5th-inning grand slam came off the bat of Mizzou junior Caden Peer. It was just his second long ball of the season. It gave the Tigers a 5-run lead. And the Rebels, though, they came back to respond, playing 4 in the bottom half. And then Tigers pull away late, hanging 8 runs on the Rebel bullpen and securing the Mizzou's first SEC tournament win since 2017. Head coach Kerrick Jackson had this to say.
Just challenged our guys to come out today and play for one more day. Come out and play the best that we can play with your hair on fire. We got nothing to lose, throw blows. We talked about what our offensive plan needed to be going into this. We were able to execute that. We played good defense.
All right, your favorite team. I'm just kidding. I came here. I last worked for Ole Miss. I did not go to Ole Miss, so I'm still rooting for State right now.
I was going to say Mizzou moved on, plays Mississippi State this morning at about 10:30. So that's in Hoover, Alabama.
Okay, we got to watch that. I've already marked my calendar for the football game against Ole Miss and Mizzou now that I'm here in Mizzou. I'm like, I'm going to come in there and watch what goes down. So she's turned me. I'm anti-Rebels now. Sorry, Ole Miss. I love all my friends there.
Bye.
Well, here's a live look outside. It is 6:39 on your Wednesday morning. You're looking at the Columbia Regional Airport. We'll go through a lot of your local headlines in just a few minutes, but first, a short break. It's 6:42 on your hump day. We have a lot of stories coming up, including an update on a lot of breaking news we brought you yesterday. But first, we want to get you out the door. Let's check in with Beth. Beth, this morning, I grew up in Michigan for a long time. This is my kind of morning. I don't mind throwing on a quick little jacket and, getting out the door.
I don't mind giving my AC a break as long as possible as we get into the summer months because, I'm trying to keep my bill a little low. And we could do that for the next couple days because highs are only going to be in the 60s, close to 70. It's not until the weekend that we start to see those temperatures climb. Good news is, too, this morning, it's dry. It hasn't been dry the last few mornings. Mizzou picking up over 3 inches of rain over the last couple of days. Jefferson City picking up about 3 inches. Versailles about 4.5. Stover about 6.5. So we are seeing a lot of rain over the last few days. Good news is we're dry this morning. We're drying out. We're mostly cloudy and temperatures are sitting in the 50s. It's 52 in Columbia, 54 at the Capitol, 40s in Moberly, Brunswick, and Macon this morning. I think everybody needs to grab at least a light jacket. We are running 10 to 15 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday. Winds are out of the north, 10 to 15 miles an hour. I think that continues through the day today, too, with mostly cloudy skies. We had a few isolated showers a little bit further south. Good news is that now everyone is dry, and we're going to stay dry for the day today. We're on the backside of this cold front that came through yesterday, keeping us cloudy and keeping us chilly today. We're only climbing to about 66. That's about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. Precipcast will show you mostly cloudy skies this morning. That continues through lunch. That'll take us through dismissal. I think some of us could see some sunshine this afternoon, but then mostly cloudy skies fill right back into the overnight hours. We're dry still. We wake up tomorrow mostly cloudy. We wake up tomorrow dry. It's not until later in the day Thursday we see our next chance of rain. The cloudy skies the next few days will keep us on the cool side in the upper 60s and lower 70s Thursday and again on Friday before those seasonal highs return just in in time for the weekend and continuing into next week. Those rain chances start late in the day Thursday and for most of the day Friday, and then possibly a few isolated showers Saturday into Sunday. Let's time this out. Here's Thursday at 7 p.m. We're mostly cloudy. We've got those showers mainly along Highway 65 before those start to move in overnight. We keep those showers on and off through the day Friday. I don't necessarily think it's a washout day, but I do think any plans you have on Friday should probably be moved inside. As we go through the rest of the holiday weekend, then you can get outside. That's when you can get on the lake. 77 on Saturday. Saturday night into Sunday, maybe a few isolated showers, but we're mostly dry Sunday with highs in the 80s. And I think 80s take us to Memorial Day. We're not looking at any record highs, though, on Memorial Day. Our record high sits at 99 back in 1934. That record low, that's going to stand. That was 40 degrees back in 1947. And our record rainfall for Memorial Day, 2.5 inches. That goes back to the 60s. Not expecting any rain chances for us on Monday. 66 today, below average and cloudy. 50s overnight tonight, mostly cloudy and on the chillier side. 60s and 70s Thursday and Friday. We see some showers on Friday. 70s and 80s into the weekend. 83 on Memorial Day. 6:46 that time now. There's that live look over downtown. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.